Questions through planning and design phase of the software development life cycle by Sukumar Satyen. Planning phase questions. Have customer requirements been clearly defined and documented? Are project goals aligned with organizational objectives and quality standards? Are risks and potential problems identified and addressed in a risk management plan? Are quality metrics and success criteria established for each phase of the SDLC? Are roles and responsibilities for quality management clearly defined and assigned? Are resources and training allocated for quality assurance activities? Are stakeholders involved in requirement gathering and analysis? Is a feasibility study conducted to assess project viability? Are contingency plans in place to address unexpected changes or challenges? Are dependencies on external factors identified and managed? Is a project schedule developed and adhered to? Is a communication plan established to facilitate effective information dissemination? Are ethical and legal considerations incorporated? Are lessons applied from previous project? What are resource estimations? What are risk mitigation strategies? Is requirements traceability matrix crafted? Is cost-benefit analysis performed? Is change management process defined? Is project charter or initiation document prepared? Is stakeholder analysis conducted? What are project milestones and deliverables? Is scope statement documented? Is risk assessment performed? Is resource management plan developed? Design phase questions. Are system interfaces and interactions with external systems defined? Is a high-level architecture diagram created to visualize the system's structure? Have design patterns and principles been considered and applied appropriately? Is the database schema designed to efficiently store and retrieve data? Are security measures incorporated into the system design? Is the design reviewed for potential performance bottlenecks and optimizations? Are technology and tool selections justified based on project requirements and constraints? Is the design aligned with architectural standards and guidelines? Are data flow diagrams and interaction diagrams created to depict system functionality? Is a disaster recovery plan considered in the system design? Are design trade-offs and alternatives evaluated and documented? Is a risk assessment performed on the design to identify potential design flaws or weaknesses? Are architectural patterns chosen to meet scalability and performance requirements? Is the design reviewed for compliance with user privacy and data protection regulations? Is a system maintenance plan outlined in the design to ensure ongoing support and updates? Is a traceability matrix established to link design elements to specific requirements? Have performance requirements been considered in the design? Are scalability and flexibility aspects accounted for in the design? Is the design modular to facilitate ease of maintenance and updates? Have the design decisions been documented and justified? Is the design reviewed by stakeholders to gather feedback and ensure alignment with requirements? Are error handling and recovery mechanisms incorporated into the design? Is the design compliant with industry standards and regulations? Have user experience, UX, and user interface, UI, design principles been applied effectively? Are software and hardware requirements clearly defined in the design documentation? Is the design created with future system enhancements and expansions in mind? Have mockups or prototypes been developed and validated for user feedback? Are architectural diagrams and component diagrams created for better understanding? Are design decisions reviewed against non-functional requirements, example, performance, security? Is the design documented comprehensively for future reference and maintenance purposes? Is risk assessment performed? Next, we will move on to phases of development, testing, deployment, maintenance, continuous improvement, client satisfaction, employee engagement, dependencies quality and feedback analysis.